Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay, let's see. So we are live from Milan. Welcome, everybody. My name is Anika, and I have with me Cathal. You cannot see him, but he is there. You can hear him.
I am here. Yes.
um, and if I can't see anybody joining in yet, but when you do, I would love for you to introduce yourselves. Just say hi and tell your name and where you are and so on. Maybe to
Yeah.
start with, we can begin by introducing ourselves. So, Cathal, can you say something a bit about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Cathal. I am from Ireland. I have been living in Milan for just over 1 year now, and I'm a teacher in the Meravigli School in Milan.
Right. I am also a teacher in Milano Meravigli, like Cathal, and my name is Anika. I'm originally from Bangladesh, and I have lived in Italy for 6.5 years, 5.5 years now, almost 6. So, what about you guys? I can see two of you have already joined us. Please tell us about yourselves.
Mhm, mhm.
So,
Right.
let's introduce the topic. Today, we're going to talk about something that everybody can relate to at home.
Mm,
Yep. So, when you're at, so important thing to note here is also the preposition when you're in a place, you're at a place. So it's a very common preposition to talk about where you are.
yeah, particularly at
So here,
home, because home is usually a place where we don't use any preposition if we're like movement. We don't say I'm going to home. We just say I'm going home. But when you are
sure.
at or when you are inside your home, you can just say I'm at home.
True, true. Oh, lovely. There we have a comment here from Assembleia. So he says, "Hi, I'm Eulalia. Eulalia, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I live in Rome, Italy since 2012, 2002. But I think he meant but. I come from Mozambique, near South Africa and Madagascar. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Um,
Ooh, nice.
I have always wanted to go to Madagascar. I imagine it's very beautiful. Oh,
Yeah.
hi, Olga.
I
Nice to see you again.
I hope it's not. I hope it's not. Like the movie Madagascar. I hope there's something more than lemurs and stuff there.
Yeah, but probably there will be some safari trip tours
Oh yeah, oh
and
yeah,
so things.
100%. Welcome
Cool.
Olga, and welcome to Syria as well from Bologna. Great
Nice.
to
We
see
have
you
people from
guys coming
everywhere.
in. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so Kyle, do you want to read the first slide for us?
Sure, yeah. So this focus activity, guys, is a 4 to 5. We're at home and we're talking about housework vocabulary. We're going to be using different verbs: do, make, and take. Very, very important to know the differences between these. And of course, some sequencing adverbs.
Yes. Now, make, do, and take are very commonly confused because in Italian, there's a word for it. So today we're gonna solve the mystery and see the differences.
Mhm.
So we are in the studio here. Instead, let's go get to our first task. Um, so
Yes.
we are going to decide which used for each activity. So we're going to put them in the right category, either do, make, or take. Now, if you guys know the answers, you can start typing them up and sending it on the comment section. And in the
Mm-hmm.
meantime, maybe we can read to them for pronunciation and to talk about the meaning of them as well.
Yes, exactly. Good idea. Good idea. So the first one would be the ironing. So in this word, it's a very strange one because the R is not really pronounced that much. It's a strange one because depending on where you're from, obviously some English people will
Mhm.
pronounce it a lot less. The R will be pronounced a lot less, whereas in Ireland maybe the R is a bit more pronounced. But think about it, Iron Man, the ironing. So that's the way I kind of help people get the pronunciation right. Then we have the washing, a cake, dinner, a shower, and homework. Then on the other list, we have a sandwich, a nap, a break, the cleaning, a coffee, and a bath. So,
Yes, that was great. I normally pronounce the R a little bit. I say ironing, so you may find
yeah,
it
there you go.
different for people's people. Yeah. So, what is ironing, Cathal?
Yes, very, very important job to be done in the house, and so it is when you like get rid of the creases in your clothes after you've washed your clothes and they're dry. When you want to make them look a bit more fresh, a bit nicer, you iron them.
Mhm.
So it's usually done with heat.
Yeah. So you do this when you want to get rid of the creases. So creases are like uh, little folds on
When
your
the
clothes.
yeah, exactly folds, yeah.
Yeah. Great. Another word that I we are getting a lot of answers here. Very good. So
That's
Olga
great.
says, do the ironing, the washing, home, do homework, do the cleaning. Great. Um, so Eulalia, right? So Eulalia says, make a sandwich, a coffee, cake. You don't say make a break. You may want to try that one again.
So Olga, I think, has it right there. Take a shower, take a nap, take a break, and
Mm,
take a bath.
yes. So Eulalia
So when we
says,
say the washing, yeah,
mm,
ironing, washing. Okay. When we say like do the washing, that's in reference to the clothes. I guess you like do the washing, wash your
mhm,
clothes. At least that's
yeah,
my understanding of it. I don't know. Would you say the
yeah,
same, Anika?
yeah. So when you're washing, I would say when you're using, mm, yeah, I think I would describe it the same way. So you're washing clothes. For cleaning, I think you would clean your house and not wash your house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because you're using like a
Hmm.
Hoover or like
Yeah.
a sweeping brush or something. If you're talking about the plates like after dinner,
Hmm.
maybe it's a doing the washing up or the
Yeah.
like washing the dishes.
Yeah, true. Or then wash your hair and not, you
Mm,
wouldn't say clean.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So they're used in different ways. So maybe we should put these into the right boxes so that everybody
Hmm.
can
Yeah.
see which ones we have got correct. So we'll start with the ironing. The ironing goes into do the ironing, yeah. The
Hmm.
washing goes into do. A cake goes into make, yeah. Dinner, obviously
Hmm.
we make dinner. Shower,
Hmm.
as Olga said, very good. Take a shower.
Hmm.
Homework, do homework. A sandwich, you make a sandwich. A nap, take a nap, take a break, do the cleaning, make a coffee, and take a bath.
Yeah. Guys, so you have gotten most of them correct, I think. And so what do you think is common between the verbs that you use with do and the actions that you use with make? Like there are always a lot of exceptions, but then there's a general rule. So what do you guys think is the difference?
Mm.
So for
Yeah, so
example, you don't
look
do
at
a
the
cake, you
words.
make. So when you're talking about a cake, you make a cake, so you have to. But then if you talk about ironing or doing the laundry, you say do. Yeah.
Mm.
And while we're waiting, maybe something I would like to mention is the word homework. I find a lot of students confusing this with housework. So homework is when you're given a task from the teacher, like exercises to do or something from school. That's homework. Housework instead could be like cleaning or washing, doing the dishes is housework. Okay.
Exactly, yeah. Another term we could use for housework is chores.
Oh yeah. I'm
So
gonna
do the chores. Oh, I got it here.
yeah, good.
So you do the chores. Um, yeah, one thing, guys, that I often find with um, these verbs and people making mistakes on them, in particular when it comes to um, drinks and food,
Mm-hmm.
um, because a lot of the time I hear people say, "Let's take a coffee," and this is incorrect. Um, like so, you're you can obviously like that's what the translation is from Italian, but when we say it in English, we'd say let's have a coffee.
Yeah,
Okay, so that is when you are when this is the action of consuming the food or the drink. So make is like creating the coffee, whereas have is consuming, drinking or eating.
absolutely.
Exactly. Very good, Eulelia. I help my daughters doing her homework, so not like not your homework because well, I don't have any homework. So you're not talking to me. You're talking about your daughter. So you're saying I help my daughter. You could say I help my daughter with her homework. Maybe is a good way to say that. I help my daughter with her homework.
Oops. With her homework. Okay, I'm just writing the correct version. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, you could say I help my daughters do homework is also correct, but if you wanted to use the possessive pronoun her, you'd say with
Mm-hmm.
her homework.
Yeah. Okay.
All
So,
right. So,
so if you guys have any questions about any of these words, you can let us know. And another word that may not be familiar is nap. So a nap is a small,
mm.
or it's a short sleep when you sleep for, I don't know, 20 minutes or something during the day, you take a nap. Do you take naps
Oh,
during the
my,
day?
my. At the moment, my nap regime is very regular.
Oh.
Well, I mean, my sleeping pattern is a bit messed up because of this quarantine. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, usually I just take a short nap during the day if I'm
Mm-hmm.
feeling tired. Because then if I get up and I'm more energetic, I can do
Mm-hmm.
more things then after that. Because if I'm tired, I just don't want to do anything.
Oh, right. Oh, Eulalia has written the whole sentence. Great job, right? Well, I
Nice.
myself can never take naps. I do not know why. If I start sleeping, I just continue for hours, and then I can't sleep at night. I stay awake like a zombie at night. So
Oh
stay away from
no.
that. Yeah.
Oh, this is
Okay, so
terrible.
maybe
Terrible.
we can, yeah. So maybe we can give you guys the general rule about do, make, and take. So we use do in general to perform an activity. Make for
Yes.
creating something or producing something, and take is for relaxing and washing. Okay. Well, these are really general rules. I mean, there are obviously a lot of exceptions, and sometimes it doesn't fall into these categories, but in general, yes. So, for example, if you're washing something, you're not producing or creating anything, you're just doing an action. It's not something um, relaxing, for example. But then I don't know why they say washing with take. Hmm. Probably that's a mistake, don't you think so, Carl? So take is
I think what they
for
mean is
maybe.
like take for like washing yourself. They're not. I think they're referring there to
Oh,
washing
right.
yourself as opposed to washing something else. So, take a bath, take a shower.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. So we have, but then things like do the laundry, do the homework are actions, but
Hmm.
dinner, pizza, whatever. So if you create them by yourself, you make. An exception would
Yeah,
be do your
absolutely.
bed. Oh, sorry, make your bed. You don't say do your bed. Like if you're not creating something, but you make your bed to uh, make it
Yeah.
organized.
Yeah, you organize it exactly. Yeah, so you're not like creating something because the bed is already there, but we still
Yeah,
say make your bed. Yeah, exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
that is
Oh,
an
Olga's got a good
exception.
point here. She's made a great point here that when we are not active, we get tired more than when we are busy. Very good point. Absolutely, I agree 100% that yeah, when we we're like doing nothing, it's easier to get tired.
Yeah, it's all about the habit, I guess. Although I see some people like jogging
Oh.
around my area. I don't know if it's still allowed, but some people are trying to get active.
Yeah, I mean, oh, wait, maybe
So
now they should not be doing that, but for sure, people at home
yeah,
are trying to do that a bit more.
yeah, like some exercises at home on your yoga mat or something.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about what we like and don't like doing. So here in different colors, we have a list of different phrases to describe likes and dislikes, but they're not in order. So, oh, they are in order. I'm sorry. So we have to reverse for like and dislike. Um, so I'm trying to remember how the exercise goes. If I click once, what happens? I can't quite remember, to be honest. Um,
I don't know either. I'm as confused as you are.
okay, we can discuss the meaning of these things. So, so they're just of liking something and not liking something. So these are in order of, for example, I love is the highest order of liking something. You love something. For example, I love listening to music. And one thing to remember is that with all these verbs, the verb that comes after it, you use the gerund form. So I love
Hmm.
listening to music. But then you can also use the infinitive as well. I love to listen to music.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's just it's kind of more of a more common, I guess, to say I love listening to music.
Yeah. But then I hear a lot of students making a mistake and say, I love listen to music. That's not correct. So you can either use gerund or
Yeah,
infinitive. Yeah. So after
exactly.
love, you really like something. Mm, then you just like, you simply like it. You quite like is not
Mm,
like kind of like something. You do not like something, you dislike it, and you hate it means the opposite, absolute opposite of love.
mhm.
Okay. So what about these other expressions on the right? We can stand. What does that mean, Cathal?
Oh yeah. So I can't stand is kind of similar to I hate, in that it is just something that
Hmm.
you cannot do. It's just it's terrible if you must do it. So like Eulelia has said here, I quite like cooking and okay, so remember Eulelia, I quite like cooking and experimenting with new recipes, but I hate ironing. And Syria has said, I don't like cooking, but I love to eat. Hey, there you go. So good, excellent, Syria. Nice use of both types of
Hmm.
both uses of this. Um, okay, and Olga here is making a good point. I like a clean house, but I can't stand cleaning. So this is the problem. Yeah, so we would all love to have a clean house, but we don't want to do the work involved in it, you know?
Oh, that is so true. Sad but true.
Yeah, exactly. And in the same sense, Syria is like, I don't like cooking, but I love to eat. So then that's the problem too. You don't want to cook. I think actually sometimes I find that food when food is made by other people, it tastes better. I don't know what it is, but whenever somebody else makes food, I always
Mhm.
feel, oh God, this tastes so much better than mine.
I think you're self-critical, like you like doubt if it's okay or not, because I get the same feeling. I think we're just
Yeah, because it's just kind of like, hmm.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe I just prefer not working.
Okay, so Olga here agrees with Syria, so she also likes eating but not cooking. Okay,
Nice, nice.
yeah.
Okay.
So
So
we
maybe yeah, the grammar basically we've covered already. So if you want to, we
have.
can probably just show them the grammar that uh, so they can see.
Mhm.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so normally we use these verbs, hate, like, can stand, whatever, with a noun, or if you have a verb, you use the gerund form with ing. For
Yes, exactly.
example, yeah, so for example, I hate ironing, which is so true. I mean, I hate ironing, I hate it more than cleaning. And if you, for example, use a noun, I would say I hate. Mm, I would say I hate
It could be anything,
terrible
not
mood.
not just related to not just related to
Yeah,
thing like I hate a dirty house, for example.
exactly. Okay, so here are some
Um,
examples we have.
yep.
So do you want to read them, Kyle?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So we have the examples here. Do you like making dinner? I quite like making dinner. And do you like doing the ironing? No, I hate doing the ironing. So maybe they asked you these questions, Anika. Did they? These are your answers.
Yeah. And
Ah,
one more
okay.
thing that
So
I would.
Olga's wondering here about how we should say give water to the flowers. So this one,
Ah,
yeah. So this is an interesting one because we can use water as a verb. So you can say to water the flowers. So with this
yeah,
one, you say I like watering the flowers or the plants. Exactly, the plants in general.
yeah. Do you have any plans to water in your house, Kyle?
Oh, in my house, no. Thank God, because I am very irresponsible, and I think I would just forget to do that.
I'm the same, but I have just one plant. Just one. Just the one.
Ah.
To
Okay,
water.
so it's good to
Yeah.
concentrate on that one.
Yeah. Otherwise, I do
Okay,
not have a
okay.
green thumb.
Yes. Me neither. Me neither. And I think there's like a couple of different um housework and chores that we maybe didn't mention at the beginning. Because I
Hmm.
know in the video that was kind of that's at the beginning of this video, they show a few different chores being done.
Hmm.
And I remember it very well. I will always remember the video because it's a very funny video. Um, the Queen "I Want to Break Free" music video, very funny. Um, it's where like they do the hoovering. So to hoover
Hmm.
as like an action that you can do. Um, Obviously, when there is dust on the ground, or when there is tiny little things on the ground, you want to get them up. You use a hoover, so it can be the noun, but you can also do the hoovering.
Hmm.
So exactly, yeah, to vacuum the floor. So it'd be to hoover, all that to
Oh, I'm sorry. I
HOOVER
wrote
would be the
hover.
one.
That's not the right.
I
That's a completely different
say,
word. My mistake. Sorry, guys.
so yeah, to Hoover is like, and the Hoover, like Henry Hoover. I don't know if you guys have that thing there, but yeah, this is another one, and one that I actually recently did because last weekend I decided. I said, okay, today's the day. This room is so messy. I need to clean it, and so I took out the Hoover, but then I also uh, dusted. So to dust
Hmm.
surfaces, and this is to kind of to remove any dust or anything that's on top of like shelves or tables or your
Hmm.
windows, anything like that. So you dust the surfaces.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. Can you think of any other
Yeah,
chores
I'm
that we
thinking about it.
missed?
Another one comes to mind right now, but then yeah. Mm, so yeah, these days basically we're doing. I mean, as for myself, like a lot of cleaning and organizing to set things in
Mm.
right order. So yeah, basically cleaning up at home these days.
The cleaning up, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so one more expression that I can see that could be unfamiliar to you guys is I don't mind. So you say I don't mind when you are okay doing something. It's not particularly something people enjoy in general. People don't like it, but it's okay to do it. For example, I do not enjoy hoovering, but I don't mind doing it.
Hmm.
It's okay.
It's like not your first choice or not your preferred
Hmm.
um not your
Yeah.
preferred action. Um, this is something that I find my friends
Yeah.
and we are like very bad because when we want to decide about something, I'll say, "Oh, where should we
Uh-huh.
go this weekend, or what restaurant are we going to eat in?" And everyone says, "I don't mind," and I'm like, "Oh, someone make a decision, please."
It's a very diplomatic expression, I think. Nobody wants to make a decision,
Yeah,
and we're like,
yeah,
I don't mind
exactly,
there.
exactly.
It's the same with me and my friends. I mean, I'm guilty of the same thing. Okay. Oh, nice. So you guys tell us what you don't mind doing, what you can't stand doing, or you can talk about what you don't like, what you love. So feel free to share
Yeah,
your
absolutely,
likes and
absolutely. Like
dislikes.
Olga has here. Yeah, very good.
So she's saying, I like plants, but I don't like watering plants. I bought I bought I
A
bought a
plant.
plant and it's dying. So it would be with apostrophe S
Oh,
because it is contraction.
oh
Oh no,
no.
really? Oh. I
Oh
mean,
dear.
I can understand. Yeah.
I can understand, but this is entirely your fault, Olga. Now, like, there's nobody else that you can blame. No one else is in your apartment at the moment, so it's just you.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, but yeah, I am also guilty of forgetting to water plants sometimes.
Oh yeah, hundred
So what?
percent. I would do that too, if I had a plant or even a fish. Oh no, I just remembered my fish at home. Oh, my
Oh
fish at
my
home is
God.
definitely dead. He's
Oh
definitely
my
dead.
God. Oh, Carl. So, does
Uh,
anyone live there right now to clean up the fish?
I really, I don't know. They might eat him. I don't know. They're savages in my house back home in Ireland.
Oh goodness. Oh, poor fishy.
No,
So,
he had a good
let us
run.
know,
He
guys.
had a
What do
good
you
run.
like? What do you don't like? You can use a verb or oh, which one?
And no, sorry, I was saying he had a good run, not I have a good one.
Ah, I heard. So while we are waiting,
Okay.
maybe we can explore the other tasks here.
Yes.
So we're going to talk more about these, and we can relate them. Remember, are people we live with.
Mm.
So here it says we can ask questions and answer questions. So this is to study the structure of a question. We often use do you when you're directly asking someone a question. And if it's in the third person singular, you say does he, does she, does your friend, does your sister, etc. So here's a list of different people that could be living with you. So can Cathal, do you want to read the list here?
Yeah, sure.
If you don't mind.
So we have mother, father, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, housemate, children, and cleaner. So these are different people maybe that could possibly do some of the housework in your
Mhm.
home. And the important thing, guys, to remember with this is the difference between first the do or does. So is it third person or are we asking using do? So remember, I, you, we, they, we say do. But does is for he, she, it.
Yeah. If you have any questions about these or about asking questions, tell us, please.
Mhm.
So, okay, so here there are some examples. Do you make dinner at home? Do you do? Does your mother make dinner? Okay, so the possible answers could be just, there are two options only. So you can either say yes or no. But we don't just say yes and stop there. We normally say yes, I do. I mean, of course,
Mm.
you can say just yes, but I think it's more polite to say yes, I do. So just yes, no can sound a little bit too monosyllabic and rude.
Yeah, like you're just trying to end the conversation very quickly. It's like, yes, no, now go away. And like, oh God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So you
Yeah.
want to say, yes, I do. No, I don't. And you continue to give another detail. I don't know, my housemate does it or something. Okay. And then
Yeah.
you can say, yes, he does, or yes, she does. No, he doesn't. I do it. Or no, she doesn't. I do it.
There you go.
Okay. So, do you make dinner at home, Cathal?
Yes, I do, and
And this question goes to the
I
others
make
as
very, very
well.
good dinner. Yes. Do you make dinner,
Oh,
Anika?
mm. Yes, I do. I do make my own dinner at home.
Nice,
Okay.
nice. I think
So
this
you
is
guys
different
are
now for
watching.
because I'm living here by myself, not at home in my family home. Because I think Similarly enough um, to Italians,
Mm.
Irish people generally, when they go home to their mommy's house or their grandparents' house, it's usually your mother or your grandmother that makes the food.
Oh yes, and it's so nice. I miss my grandmother's cooking.
Oh, it's just so good.
Okay, so we have an answer here from Eulalia. In my house, actually, in my house or at home, I make dinner and I do the cleaning. So if you have different verbs for the actions, you repeat the verb and you mention it. So I make dinner and do the cleaning. So my husband does the ironing and takes out the trash. So you use the present simple, third person singular, takes out the trash. One thing to keep in mind is that home and house are quite different. So house is like the physical place where you live. Could be a building, an apartment, like it's your the physical concept. Home is more like an abstract concept, um, and not really used as house very often. I hope I have not confused you guys. And is there something else that we have missed, Carl?
No, I think your
Yeah.
summation of like home house is right.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the house is the building, whereas home is more associated with where like your feelings are, where you feel at home. Um, for example, like I'd say that like obviously my apartment here in Milan is my home, but I would say that Ireland is my home.
Okay, yeah, yeah, makes sense.
Something like that.
Okay, so Siri has a comment here. In my house or at home. Okay, so at home I do the cleaning. So you need the article for cleaning and some specific actions. So I do the cleaning and ironing. But my husband and I make dinner. Oh, nice. Making dinner together is a really nice thing to do. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm
really
going to
cool.
write down a bit of these corrections to the cleaning. Okay, okay. Hmm. So that's a really nice chore that we haven't mentioned before. Take out the trash. Good job, Eulalia. To take out the trash is when
Yes.
you have a rubbish in your house and you want to get rid of it. Okay, Olga says my
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend doesn't like to clean or doesn't like cleaning. Okay, doesn't like cleaning or cooking, but he shows me and he doesn't have other choice.
That
Oh.
is fantastic. Oh, I love that. It's like you knew who I was. You knew what I'm like. You knew what was going to happen. So you got to live with the consequences. So yeah, just remember, Olga, to be very careful. So my boyfriend doesn't like cleaning. So he doesn't like to clean, or he does not like cleaning. But he chose me. What a great phrase. He chose me, and so he doesn't have other choices, or he doesn't have another choice.
He has to do that. Okay.
But very good. Kind of alternative to the trash, the garbage. He takes out the garbage, takes out trash, takes out. You could also say the rubbish as well as another option if you want to. But very good, guys. This is great.
Yeah, love you guys writing with different vocabulary.
Mhm.
Okay, so do you do the ironing at home, Cathal?
Yes, I do. I do the ironing. I do the ironing at home. um, it's something that my dad taught me how to
Mhm.
do it when I was younger because my dad was in the Irish army, and so when he was in the army, he
Mm.
had to keep all of his uniform very clean and ironed and pristine, I guess. So He taught me how to do ironing.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
And okay, what about the others? Do you do the ironing at home? So
Yes.
I hate ironing absolutely, and I try to avoid it as much as possible. So sometimes I just buy clothes that doesn't need ironing. Yeah, just hang
Nice,
it and
nice. I
then
like that.
yeah. I mean, who has the time?
Or the money for iron. Like God, it's just too much.
I know. And talk about ironing in summer. Oh, that's a real
Oh,
pain.
stop.
Okay,
It is.
so
It's
maybe
very
while
painful.
you guys are answering, we can move ahead to the next task. So we're going to put
Mhm.
the phrases with its correct adverb of sequencing. So when we talk about different things and want to signal what comes first and next, we use these expressions, these words really commonly. So you can say first, second, next, then, and finally. So obviously these first and second comes in the first two positions. You can say next, then at any time throughout your speech, and finally must always be at the end. So here, we are gonna talk about how to make something,
It's the
and you're gonna
perfect cup of
match
tea.
the perfect cup of tea. All right.
So this is a
so,
bit
so what?
controversial here because I know that some people make tea differently to others. So this will be interesting to see what kind of people you all are, to see if you do certain steps before others. And I will judge you very, very harshly if you do something weird.
Ooh, I'm curious about how
So
you
the
make tea.
pressure is on. There's only one correct way to make tea. I'm sorry, but like
Ooh,
anyone who makes tea a different way, look, I'm Irish. I have the backing of an entire nation behind me to back me up.
ooh, I'm so scared of talking about my milk tea recipe.
Oh, it could get interesting.
Okay, so if you guys know the answers, please type them up first and then write the beginning part of the sentence. You don't have to write the complete thing. So I'm going to read them out for you just for pronunciation. Put the tea bag in the cup. So tea bag is the little bag where the tea is. The tea is. Add milk
Mhm.
before the sugar. Boil some water. Pour the water into the cup. Add a biscuit and enjoy. All guys
Mhm.
totally laughing at you.
Oh well, I mean, oh, Siri's gone for the whole shebang in one go. Okay,
Nice.
interesting, interesting.
Okay, so you want to take this one, Carl, from Syria,
Sure.
if you
So
don't
Syria
mind.
says first boil some water. I'm going to try and get through this. I'm not sure if I will. First boil some water. Okay, okay, we're on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
Second, put the tea bag in the cup. Okay, nice, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Next, pour the water into the cup. Right. Then add milk before the sugar, and finally add a biscuit and enjoy. Thank you very much, Syria. You have absolutely
Yeah.
nailed this, and it is, of course, the correct and only way to make tea. Someone who puts water into the cup first and then adds the tea bag is a maniac. I'm sorry. You want to watch the entire world burn. That's ridiculous.
Well, it's really. um, no, I did not say that.
Is it
Oops,
really
my
that
lips were
bad?
sealed.
I mean, no,
I don't want to
100%.
say it.
Syria is totally correct, and that is the only way to make tea.
Mm.
This is Irish grandmother approved right here, right? This
Ooh.
is how it's done. Hell yeah, right? I know we may not make the tea, like the actual bags of it, but we know how to make cups of tea. Irish people have, like, we have been experts on this for many, many years.
Mm-mm. Yeah, the tea experts.
Oh yeah.
Food for culture. Great. Okay, guys. Well done, Syria. So, describing your housework. So, we have just 4 minutes left. So, we're going to look through this task. I think this would be the last task for us for today.
Mm-hmm.
So, there are some adverbs of sequencing we have in front of us. So, we have talked about most of them. Oops, sorry, all over the place. We have talked about most of them, except there's one new one before, like before doing something. So Cathal was saying before putting the tea bag, you must. No, sorry if I'm messing it up. So first put the tea bag in the. So what was it that you're saying? You said that you should put the water
So
or the
the water comes second. So you boil the water, then you put the tea bag into the cup, and then you put the water
uh-huh.
into the cup. Now, you do
Okay.
have an option, right? So you could what sometimes I've done now is to heat the cup up. I will pour a little bit of boiling water into the cup to heat the cup up, but then I'll get rid of that and then put the tea bag in, then pour water in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
This is the only other way I will accept this.
Okay. Good to know. So, you guys, tell us about your daily activities, your housework this day. So, a typical day, what would you do first? What would you do next? And so on. So, for example,
Yeah.
first thing I do in the morning is make my bed. I heard it's actually a good habit to
Nice.
do that. Yeah. I don't know who said it. Some
Yeah.
person said that if you want to change the world, make your bed first thing in the morning.
Step
So I'm
one
trying
to
to change the
changing the
world.
world, make your bed. Step two, change the world. It's a foolproof plan.
Oh yeah.
100.
So
I
we
love
talked
that.
about your sequence first, second, next. What do you do? So what about you, Carl? What could be some things that you do in
So,
sequence?
okay, so if I'm talking about my like morning, maybe not the housework so much, but my morning, first thing I do, I get up and I make my bed because I want to change the world, of course. I make my bed. I turn on some music because I cannot do housework without music. I love listening to music when doing housework.
Cool.
Um, then I listen. Then what do I do after that? Then maybe I'll make like a cup of coffee.
Mm-mm.
And next I'll begin uh, to hoover my room. Uh, Before I make lunch or before I make breakfast, I open my windows to let fresh air in, and finally I make breakfast and begin my day.
Amazing. All right. Okay, so you guys can tell us about yourself, give a sequence of things. So since we have just about a minute and a half left, I will move on to the summary of what we talked about today. But if you have
Yes.
comments, keep them coming, just in case we have time to cover it. So today we have talked about some housework vocabulary, like
Mm-hmm.
ironing, washing, shower, etc. And we have put them in the right categories. Um, Either do, make, or take, which are really commonly confused verbs. And then we
Mm-hmm.
have talked about a general rule between them. So we use do for activities or some actions you do without actually creating something. Make is for something that you produce or create. And take is for relaxing or washing yourself. Okay.
Fantastic.
And one of many exceptions could be make your bed and not do your bed.
Exactly.
Then we have talked about verbs of likes and dislikes, and we have asked and answered questions based on that. So remember to use the gerund form or infinitive form with of the verb when you put it next to one of these. So it would be, for example, I quite like making dinner, or I quite like to make dinner, but you never say I like make dinner. And okay, we have talked about um, questions and answers, yes or no answers, and about some people who may be doing your housework. for you. And finally, we have talked about adverbs for sequencing.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you think we have covered everything, Carl? Is there
Yeah,
something else
I
you would
think
like to add?
no, I think we've covered everything for today. So I just want to say thanks to everybody, and I hope everyone has a great weekend.
Yes. Have a great one, guys. Thank you for participating. Bye.
Bye.